High drive dogs are easy to train, or are they? Let's talk about it. What people usually mean when they say that high drive dog breeds are easy to train is that they are very easy to motivate. So they come with the engine and they are born ready, but you have to figure out how to use this engine, and that's sometimes easier said than done. A car without brakes is chaos. We don't want that. And that's typically what you get when you get a high drive dog breed. You get a dog without brakes. A misconception is that these dogs just need a lot of exercise and training, but you can train them 8 hours a day and walk them for 15 hours a day, and you will still be able to have an unbalanced and unhealthy dog. Because the challenge is not to make them work or to make them motivated. It is to make them able to regulate themselves and to shift gears without being frustrated, and to make them rest. They usually don't come with a natural off switch, meaning that they will work all day if you let them, but just because they would doesn't mean they should. So the hardest part is not to teach them all these fancy tricks you see online. It is to make them exist in a household without scanning for the next job. And how to do that? Well, this is not to be rude, but if you need answer to that question, you're not ready for this type of dog. At least that's my opinion. So if you need a step-by-step guide on how to regulate a high drive dog, you don't need one, because it's much more about observation, timing, understanding, communication, creating structure and stuff like that, which is something that experience will teach you. And this is exactly why they are not great beginner dogs. As a beginner, you will make mistakes, and these dogs are learning incredibly fast, meaning that they are learning all the good things and all the fancy tricks fast, but they are also learning all the bad things fast. All handlers make mistakes, even experienced handlers. But the problem is that if you make a mistake with a dog like this, the outcome can be brutal, which is also why so many high drive dog breeds are ending up in shelters, because they are way too much to manage for an average person. And to be honest, 99% of all the people in the world do not need this amount of drive. Drive is not something you just switch on for training and switch off for regular walks. It's something that you really have to master. You have to master this regulation, and if you don't, it will end up in reactivity, fixation, the inability to settle, and all of these bad behaviors that we do not want. I have owned and trained low, medium and high drive dogs, and to be honest, I prefer the medium drive dogs. It's giving me a chance to add fuel when I need it. They are usually better at the self-regulation, and it's giving me much more flexibility. But let's talk about social media, because high drive dog breeds turned into a trend some years ago. Everybody have seen these incredible videos of high drive dogs performing incredible things, and that's a little bit of a problem. What you rarely see online is all the dogs that people give up on, and we have to have this in mind, because the shelters are full of high drive dog breeds, because as I said earlier, they are just too much to handle for the average person, because people believe that they are easy to train, and when everything comes to an end, it's not that black and white. So as a person who have been posting my training over years on social media, I've seen a trend going on by saying, try this with a husky, or you wouldn't be able to do that with a livestock guardian dog. And my question is, why should I? Choosing a herding dog for herding is smart. Choosing a livestock guardian dog for guarding is smart. Choosing a hunting dog for hunting is also very smart. Choosing a dog that's suiting your lifestyle and training program should be respected and not shamed on. It's suddenly turning into a flex to choose the most unsuitable breed to prove something, and I think that's a little bit weird. All dogs can be trained, but it's not all dogs that are built for all kinds of jobs. Forcing a mismatch is often causing frustration for both the dog and the handler, so let's not normalize to choose a wrong dog breed for your lifestyle and training program, please. I really get it. High drive dogs performing looks cool. They perform beautifully, and you see a lot of these incredible things that they're able to do. But behind every stable, impressive working dog is a handler who understands timing, pressure, arousal, recovery, regulation, communication, and most importantly, structure. High drive dogs can be incredible partners, loyal, capable, intense, but they are not plug and play. They are not beginner projects. Choosing the right dog for your life is not boring, it's intelligent. One thing people rarely talk about is how hard it can be to get a high drive dog into the right mindset to learn something. My low to medium drive dogs are in fact easier to teach things because they're more calm and regulated by nature. All I have to do is to keep them motivated. So no, high drive dog breeds are not just easy to train. It's not that simple. Creating results in dog training takes effort and knowledge no matter the breed, and there is pros and cons with every single dog.